For today's story, we talk about a tragedy out of Tennessee, where, like Pennsylvania before it, a woman Lyft driver was summoned and then murdered, leaving behind several children. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Uncivil Law, where we learn through the misfortunes of others. As always, we hope you enjoy this legal education content, and today will be the day I earn that subscription. For today's story, we're talking of a development story out of Tennessee. We'd recently covered a very similar story in Pennsylvania, where a woman driver working for Uber, I believe it was in that case, was summoned. It was a robbery attempt, and then the woman was murdered, leaving behind some young children. The person has, of course, been caught, and prosecution is ongoing. But we've had a repeat incident now in Tennessee with a very similar sort of story arc to it. So let's cover this. So this is out of Tennessee. A woman has been killed in an ambush attack. She was the mother of 6. So that's pretty depressing. A Tennessee woman who was killed while driving a Lyft in an ambush attack was the mother of 6 and was working for the rideshare company to make ends meet. Deshandra Lee Ward, 43, started driving for Lyft a few weeks before she was killed on Friday, her brother, Willie Mitchell, told Fox. She was a loving mother of 6. She's got a 1-year-old who cries herself to sleep looking for her, he said. Well, that's depressing. That's depressing. The Memphis Police Department said that Ward was shot just before 3 p.m. and was taken to a hospital where she was pronounced dead. Mitchell said that her sister's passenger was the intended target. So this wasn't a hit, I guess, on the driver. This was a hit on the passenger. And she just got caught in the crossfire. Holy shit. She was a Lyft driver. She was called to an address to pick up some individuals, and they were trailed by some more individuals, Mitchell said. Once they got to the light, they just jumped out of the car and shot the car up. So this was an assassination. This was a hit on the passenger. They were following this person around. They followed their getting picked up by the Lyft driver. When they stopped at a stoplight, they got out of the car and shot the car up. Apparently, as of the time of printing of this article, no arrests have yet been made. A Lyft spokesman called Ward's death a tragedy that's heartbreaking and deeply disturbing. Yeah. I'm not sure how you protect yourselves against that one. Holy shit. Our hearts are with the driver's loved ones during this incredibly difficult time, and we've attempted to contact their family to offer our support. We'll attempt to continue to assist law enforcement in any way we can, and we'll continue our efforts to combat senseless violence and help keep drivers safe. I'm not 100% sure how you go about doing that in this case, but yeah. So a woman caught in the crossfire leaves behind 6 children, including a 1-year-old. Well, that's depressing, and hopefully swift justice can't come soon enough. Let's wrap up this article. Thus, that brings us to the end of the discussion, for the moment at least, of the Tennessee Lyft driver caught in an ambush attack where her passenger was the intended target for whatever reason, and she was caught up in it, and now she's dead, leaving behind 6 women. No suspects, as of the time of this article, have been identified, and no arrests have been made. So it's a scary world out there. The Pennsylvania woman had been held by the person who was trying to do an attempted robbery of her, and this woman's caught in the crossfire. So I'm not sure what it says, if anything, about ride-sharing services or anything else. It's just a depressing story, which hopefully will come to a swift resolution for everyone involved. And I hope their families are able to somehow get through this in some way. And at least for the moment, that brings us to the end of discussion of this case. Thank you so much for being part of the Uncivil Law family. If you enjoyed this legal education content, please hit the subscribe button. It really helps the channel grow. We appreciate your continuing support. Until later, my friends, cheers and goodbye.